Welcome to MLG Dallas, end of day 2. This is Gwin here for Quantic Gaming, and I am here with one of the other immunity players all the way from Australia. It is none other than Tgun. So Tgun, is this your first tournament here in the United States?
No, I came to MLG Anaheim in Columbus last year.
Oh wow, so you've been out here a bit then.
Yeah.
What do you think about Dallas compared to the other two MLGs?
It's ran a lot better. There's a lot more seats.
Okay.
There's like everything's just done. They've just improved upon past MLGs, as you'd expect.
You'd hope.
Right. The only complaint is they're still running like marathon days. Moonglade got here today at about 10, and he's playing at 11 p.m.
Yep.
Which is pretty insane.
It's a long day. It certainly is.
Which, like, they have 3 days to do whatever. You'd expect them to be able to, but I understand they still have time constraints as well. So
talk to me then a little bit about your run here at MLG. How did you do yesterday?
I played a fellow Australian in the first round.
Which is dumb.
Happens, yeah. It sucks. His name is NV Docs. He's actually the manager of the team, so he plays random, and we had some pretty fun games. And then I played MC after, and I'm pretty disappointed in the games. The first game, I knew every game he goes Zealot Stalker, and then sometimes the second Stalker before Sentry. So things like things like early Roach Ling Bane, things like that are always going to be good. So I did a Ling Bane bust, and everything went to plan. He opened Zealot Stalker, didn't have a Sentry anywhere near finished when I hit, but I busted the wall, and then instead of just running straight up into the main, taking the main, resetting it to 2 base versus 1 base, I sort of sat there and hit the cannon, and then the Sentry got out, and it all went downhill. I dragged the game out to about 30 minutes with Ling Muta, but eventually just lost because it was on entombed, and he was able to out-macro me. Then
got that 4th base up.
Yeah, and then game 2 was pretty fun. It was on Daybreak, and I tried to proxy hatch him, and he scouted it, so I cancelled it and just took 3 base normally. Except he tried to cannon out my natural third, so I took the front third. Then he tried an 8-gate because he had the proxy pylons up already, and I held that with just Ling Bane.
Oh, wow.
And then he tried to charge lot arc on basic timing because I cancelled his third and then ran away. What I should have done is hid my Lings and cancelled the third again when he attacked to make it an all-in as opposed to pressure. I defended the timing of Roach Ling Bane.
But he took a third behind it.
Yeah, he took the third behind it, and I didn't cancel it. And then I took my 4th, but I missed my opportunity. It was an easy kill there.
You were too far behind at that point.
He had an upgraded advantage. I was stuck on the Ling tech path before I could get Ultras or Broodlords. I didn't have many Infestors, things like that, and he just ended the game with a big Blink Stalker High Templar push through the middle.
All right. Well, so today then, you were in the lower bracket of the open bracket. And I think you had a decent run through some of that stuff.
Yeah, I got to round 5, I think.
Yeah, round 5. So starting to get toward the end of it.
Yeah.
And then you ran into a Zerg.
Yeah, named McKangan.
Yeah.
Or I think he's just Engine now, NGYN. I'm not certain, but he switched teams to, I believe it's Clarity Esports.
Yep, Clarity, a new team.
Yeah. And he's just really good ZVZ. He's really solid, really smart player. My ZVZ is not that great, even though I'm from Australia, where they're basically all Zergs. It's always been my worst matchup, so that's not that great. And yeah, he just played really well. The first game was he went mutas, and I felt like I opened well, but I just didn't defend the mutas well. And then I tried a timing attack that utterly failed. And yeah, from there he just closed out the game with Muta Roach. Not hard to do, but yeah, that was the first game in a nutshell. Second game I 9-pulled, and he went 15 pull, 15 hatch. So I was behind from the get-go. And
I thought he was going to go 15 hatch.
Yeah, it was on Daybreak, and I checked his match history, and he played 3 games on Daybreak, all 3 games in 15 hatch. And then boom, 15 pulls. Like it happens.
It does. So you know, it's kind of ZVZ is an interesting matchup like that where it can happen. So let's talk a little bit about the C server being so Zerg dominated. Because this is a kind of a common question. Why do you think there are so many? I mean, if you look at say the top 10, I think it's 9 Zergs and Rossi. Right?
Yeah. Or 9 Zergs and Light, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, 9 Zergs and a Terran.
Yeah.
Right?
Basically, it's because Moonglade's the #1 guy. Everyone coming into the scene always sees Moonglade. You know, everyone knows who he is in Australia. Oh, not everyone, but he's our big name. He's the one that's been around forever. He's always been #1. There were a few months where he sort of fell off and wasn't as untouchable as he previously was.
Yeah. But now he's back.
Yeah, now he's back up to being #1 again, and he's just always been the best. And obviously, when you come in, you have someone you look up to.
Yep.
Like
So you really think Moonglade is... Because, I mean, when we interviewed him, he downplayed that completely.
no, he obviously would. He's a very humble guy. He's a very nice guy. But he's easily the most well-known, the best player in Australia as of right now.
Okay.
He won WCS Oceania.
Yep. I remember I watched those games.
Yeah, they were the finals were pretty underwhelming, but that's because everyone in Australia knows each other's style, and he was just playing the mind game, and it worked out well for him.
Yep.
But he won WCS Oceania. He's won multiple Australian tournaments. Like he's just really good.
So it's not because Australia is full of dangerous animals.
Yeah, it's not because 90% of things in Australia will kill you. Humans not included.
And are big enough to have health bars?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And the drop bears. You don't know what drop bears are?
What's a drop bear?
Okay, so basically when you're walking like along the street, sometimes like you look up in a tree, you know, koalas.
Yeah.
They're like basically rabbit koalas. Very scary.
Do they like drop out of the tree on your head?
That's why they call drop bears.
What do they do when they get on your head?
They claw your face.
Why would they do that? Have you ever been drop beared?
No, I have not.
Do you know anyone who's been drop beared?
I don't live like
Are you
anywhere
sure?
near.
Are you sure this isn't just a myth?
No, they're real. It's like kangaroos taking us to school.
Okay. With that, we're going to go ahead and give Tgun a chance to do some shout-outs. Anyone you'd like to thank? Any sponsors?
First of all, before I do actual shout-outs, I'd thank my girlfriend for letting me come here. It's actually my anniversary today, November 3rd.
Wow.
And I'm over here playing video games.
Yeah.
So thanks to her for not being too angry about it. Obviously, shout out to my team Immunity, all of our sponsors, pretty sponsors up on the shirt. There's some on the back. Do these ones. Do these ones. Because that's why we have shirts, right?
Yeah.
And my team for sending me over here. Just basically, that's about it.
Okay. Well, with that, this is Gwin with Quantic Media. We're wrapping up day number 2 here at MLG Dallas. Stay tuned maybe later tonight or tomorrow for more event coverage coming right at you.